Hello, and welcome to the Atmoso Times, a weekly headline roundup of all things tech. First up this week, remember that famous song by Frank Sinatra, 4G to the Moon? Well, Nokia and Vodaphone are making Frank's dreams come true. The moon is set to get its first 4G network base. The concept behind it is for Berlin-based company PTS scientists to study the lunar surface via a deployed rover on the moon in a full HD livestream. Vodafone, Nokia and Audi are joining forces to make this happen, by Nokia providing a space-grade, ultra-compact network for Vodafone's base station that won't weigh more than a bag of sugar. The mast will then communicate to two lunar Quattro rovers that Audi is manufacturing. All I know is I'm glad I'm not paying the roaming charges. Elon Musk announced SpaceX's multi-thousand satellite internet service will be IP-less. Elon elaborated by saying end-to-end encryption will be encoded at firmware level, making it unlikely that hackings can occur with current computing tech. However, as a contingency, a crypto fix will go out immediately via a network-wide firmware update. If this does occur, it would become the world's first ever satellite broadband network that will consist of 12,000 satellites to ensure global coverage. To put this into consideration, there are only 4,256 up there right now. Becoming IP-less means that internet traffic will near on become untraceable, which doesn't stand well with some governments due to the internet regulation rules that are being developed. HTTPS reseller Rustica will have as many as 23,000 security certs rendered useless due to a security blunder in which Rustica sent out private keys for the certificates in an email. These keys are only meant to be held by the cert owners and kept a secret to prevent any malicious website disguising as a secure and legit operation. Rustica's business partners, DigiCerts, have sent out an email alert to all the Rustica customers advising them to get new certificates before their websites become inaccessible. Much to the bemusement of Rustica, as they did not authorize the content or allow access for them to contact customers. Maplin, one of the UK's biggest electronic retailers, has entered administration after buyers failed to secure a sale of the company. Maplin employs around 2,300 staff across 200 stores. Maplin commented saying it was impossible to raise capital due to the decreased value of the pound, as well as weak consumer confidence and withdrawal of credit insurance due to the Brexit vote. Maplin have partnered with PwC administrators to reach the best outcome for shareholders and colleagues, with PwC commenting saying, "We're going to explore all opportunities to find a new owner," as well as saying, like many other retailers, Maplin have been hit hard by a slowdown in consumer spending and more expensive imports as the pound has weakened. Following recent news of the security flaws within Intel's most recent computer chip, dubbed Spectre and Meltdown, the US cybersecurity officials were not made aware of the flaws until leaks into the public. This occurred 6 months after Intel were notified of the insecurities by Alphabet Inc. Intel commented on the matter, saying they did not think it was appropriate to notify the US government of the vulnerabilities, as hackers did not exploit it. For those of you who don't know, Spectre and Meltdown both open up possibilities for dangerous attacks. For instance, JavaScript code on a website could use Spectre to trick a web browser into revealing user and password information. Attackers could exploit Meltdown to view data owned by other users and even other virtual servers hosted on the same hardware, which is potentially disastrous for cloud computing hosts. That's it for this week. If you've enjoyed this episode of the Atmoso Times, please head over to our social networking pages listed below for up-to-date news and receive notifications on new editions of the Atmoso Times. Thanks for listening, and I hope you all have a good week.